嗱，一齊一齊玩。我一開就俾人 ban 咗啊！頭先 Twitch 就好啲嘅，做嘢有效咗少少，唔會亂 X 咁 ban 人。小學雞唔會用 Twitch 㗎，佢哋唔知咩係 Twitch 嚟㗎，所以冇事啊！我 Twitch Live 啲人啲小學雞唔知 Twitch 係咩嘅。點解去邊啊？邊度門啊？你想？即係邊度門啊 ？Right 啊，右邊啊，右啊，兩個都話有啊。我行翻轉頭啊，封咗啊都門。右邊，一陣間先去左邊。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
我記得我拍片度拍過一拍，即係入過嘢間。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
行左邊定行咩啊？轉左嚟㗎 ？Do the vent ending？ 喂，有冇搞錯啊？你講晒啲左啊？會點啊？左啊？左。
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
咁望一望呢兩嘢，一度啦，好明顯。妖，咁大紅色掣，梗係撳掣落去啦，傻咩？哦 ，fuck yes，fuck yes。其實可唔可以配音唔識英文啊 ？What the fuck？ 哇，好難配音。
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go
去左邊啊
Oh no, it's to the right. My mistake.
哦，右邊，行右邊。
No.
冇唔行右邊，我就忽。
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly.
我有啲細聲。
Hold on for a minute, please.
等我陣，我就較大聲啲咪。先，好細聲咩？我個咪，我搞100% 嘅咯喎，竟係咁。定隻 game 太大聲。撳咗50，咁得唔得？有冇啲啊？
Down, right, left, down, left, right.
個咪好大聲，咁咩好細聲啊？我唔明喎，隻 game 細聲定係我把聲細聲啊？隻 game 細聲啊？算啦 ，OK 㗎。有佢 ending， 我都想知道佢 ending。哇，行依邊喎，啱唔啱㗎？係咪即係依邊㗎？哇，咁嘅樣喺度。
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here.
哇！妖，我呢度嚟過。
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Restart the game?
Suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
哇！妖，佢真係 restart the game 喎 ，reset 咗。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
成日繼續行右，睇下會點嘅。哇！咁多間房嘅。
No.
誒唔係喎，係真係。
Started. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be. Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story
X 都冇教啊！唔好賴我啊，龐實。
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that
個旁白喺度賴 X 我，會唔會我搞彎嗰件事
？Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find the story 咁多門行，左邊呢度門睇下咩嘢先啦。 哇咁嘅呢度，哇呢度好怪喎！啲後巷位 ，what the fuck 佢去邊嚟㗎？咁我翻嚟呢啲地方啊 ！what the fuck 啊？點解嚟喺度嘅？喂喂咩事啊？去邊啊？去邊啊？喂，要蕩失路啊！
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll
喂，重新嚟過啦！妖，我唔知發生咩事。
again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a
喂，
shot.
又翻返嚟度 ，what the fuck？ 哎，我又重嚟過，又重新嚟過。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh fuck!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
好啊，睇到點先？而家，喂，冇門啊！今次。
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
哇，好啊，褪後行啊，跟住點啊？去邊啊？
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story.
等陣先。
Here it comes.
What the fuck 兜圈嘅？
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
又翻返去，做咩 X 啊？喂，唔同嘅地方嘅。What the
Now this.
fuck？
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
發生咩
I
事啊
can't？ quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an
我而家喺
office
邊啊？
building. Is that correct? Do
喂
you
妖！
remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
喂耶！喂人歡呼，
I know you put
嗰
in
小
a lot
雞
of
歡
hard
呼
work, and it really paid off.
，yes
So,
贏咗
good job.
，good job。點
Oh,
啊？
no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
喂
I
點
don't
嚟
care what
啊？
might
唔
happen
好
this time,
明喎，
I have to restart.
又 restore？ 喂，你做 restore 咗幾多次啊？喂，哎，今次有條
All
線
right,
啊！
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
哇，
Just follow the
佢
line.
Stanley Adventure
How simple is
Line
that?
咧，佢有 TM 嗰度有版權嘅。你等陣先，佢叫我行右邊喎，但係平時我哋行前邊嘅喎，我就行前面睇會點先。
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from
哦
now on.
，OK，唉，好慘，即係要跟住條線嘅，冇搞錯。行，我嗰陣都話行右邊，不過右邊冇路行。哇！要啱食嘢，
You see?
個
The
肚都圍
line
起。
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Hang
on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
哇！有音樂聽嚟之間，個音樂想點？ 哇！可唔可以停個音樂？好嘈啊！嚇 ！What the fuck？ 哇！真係咁嘅？哇！哇！做咩寫得咁嘅喺度？咁神奇啊！呢度入去咩啊？哇！
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Huh? Look at this.
This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
望清楚呢一盤嘢啊！做咩有咩唔特別？有唔明咯，係玩我啊佢，出去唔理佢啦，睇下會點。喂，以為做到啲線啊筆。
No, Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
點啊？去邊啊而家？繼續跟條線啊？好似去到邊？完全唔知佢。喂，咩又嚟呢度嘅？
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us?
喂，又嚟嘅呢度。
After everything we've been through.
Oh shit!
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
喂，有重 ！Oh my god！ 佢重複咗幾多次喎？點啊？
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
好啊，有啲緊張啊，有啲整好緊張嘅事情啊。
Sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in? Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
哦，新嘅冒險啊！唔跟住條線去啊，我哋。
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. What,
What the fuck?
What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
What the fuck?
Use your imagination.
點解咁嘅？
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready.
係我覺得空間感有問題啊！定佢 keep 住轉圈啊！
Oh no, not you
喂，妖點解
again.
又係 Adventure Line 嘅又有？
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
OK， 即係唔好理佢啊，繼續行算。佢意思係，喂妖！
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clear yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
吓，啱啱講緊咩啊？所以係右邊道門咯。What the fuck?
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times?
哇！原來佢重複咗8次喎，我哋係第幾次嘅重複？
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Or what if I don't want to forget?
哦，即係我哋喺中間嗰度。第5次 restart， 跟住有旁述要唔記得咗之前嘅 restart。
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Whoa. What the fuck? 發生咩事啊？咩人 B 咁嘅？
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
重新嚟過嘅點解？啲嘢咪重新嚟過晒啊？你哋點啊？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
佢重新嚟過
he
咗㗎
entered
啦。
the door on his left.
咁好唔好啊？今次係點啊？今次行邊啊？因為我冇理到頭先，我應該要做啲乜？右邊。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
右邊跟住咧
just to admire it. Wow.
直行啦，唔使你講嘢，我聽
This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
行前啊！
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
跟住
it
咧，
wasn't 5 years ago.
如果跳落去係咪會死啊？不如實跳落去一睇會唔會死嘅？
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
真係死喎！
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
真係死喎 ！What the fuck？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
右
he
邊
entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
跳去
Perhaps he
走
wanted
廊
to
嗰度
stop。 by the employee
Okay.
lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
跳去
wrong
嗰
foot here.
跳落下面呢條走廊嗰
I'm
度
not
啊！
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
準備
nothing
跳落
but
去。
you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
Ooh.
What? Really? I was in the
Ooh,
middle of
too
something.
bad.
You have zero
Solo.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
收啊！我唔會信你
Let me
啊！
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
等你 save 咗先知道，我覺得會有啲好奇特嘅嘢會發生。點啊？藍門定紅門啊？紅門啊！你哋講啊先啦，我邊啲多啲啊？行邊咧？唉，藍多啲喎，藍先啦。
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
繼續右邊啊！
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
哇！要南門喺度喎。
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
我要邊度嚟喺度？
You see? There's nothing here.
Oh.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What the fuck？ 咩又多道門嘅？你即係我再 save 多一次先。Oh fuck！ 爭住呢隻 game。佢橙色呢一邊啊？
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
0分啊！
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
點啊？係 Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard 啊！好高分喎啲人，2秒贏咗喎有啲人，咁犀利嘅，有21.3% 嘅，哇！呢個第尾喎 ，This is you， 7個鐘頭玩咗，我邊度玩咗7個鐘頭咁耐啊 ？What the fuck？ 算啦，唔理佢，繼續行。
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Him, please.
咩啊？1分啦，好明顯。
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it,
新 game 嘗試喎，佢話。
Let me boot it up.
我睇到啲留言啊，不過
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
夠唔夠 BB 好啊？喂，各位，
Will really take notice. But of course,
地有呢個 BB 去
the message of the game
燒
becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure
唔夠啊？
to
咁賤？
experience.
哦，再見。哦
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
我救唔到嘅咩？即係撳嗰個掣都救唔到嘅。
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Well,
Oh, hey,
hack
since
away.
my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
玩其他 game 啊，佢話。黑同乜 X 睇唔到。
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
唉，哇！要 Minecraft 唔係話
Any better? At last, the
Oh
one
my
thing you've
God.
always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Oh shit！
Is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Oh my god！ 哇，起緊屋喎佢，哇好
Here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this,
Wow.
Stanley. Look at it. Gaze
好
upon my
靚
work
喎，
of art
但我
and
乜
feel
X 都
ashamed at
整
your
唔到
own
喎。
inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
唔好入去啊！唔入去，唔入去會點㗎？佢會講嘢啊！唔入去。冇得跳乜 X 都唔好去做喎，大家係咪一定要入去㗎？佢冇得唔入嘅喎，一定要入嘅喎。
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
佢高 mining 喎，oh shit！ 我冇得跳啊，所以咧我一落咗去就冇得跳翻上嚟喎。佢會陰 X 我㗎。冇喎，一定要落去喎，oh shit！
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
好黑啊，黑到乜都睇唔到喎，上唔翻嚟喎一陣間。
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
哇！聽到手指聲，恐怖！哇！要 portal 啊 ！What the fuck？
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it...
What the fuck 要邊度嚟㗎？黑到咁嘅喎！乜睇唔到喎？要去邊㗎我哋而家？哇！呢度跌落地落街嘅都要。喂，黑到咁嘅喂！我啲全部跌落街嘅喎，係咪要跌落街啊？What the fuck 要去邊啊？Oh fuck 跌咗落街死咗，定係要跌落街啊？哦，我哋而家喺邊啊？我哋而家喺邊啊？我哋而家去咗邊度？有光， 咦，我間房喎 ，what the fuck？ 哇 ！Stanley Parable 2011年版嗰個間局嚟嘅呢個係，冇呢個係2011年版嗰個嚟喎 ，what the fuck？ 真係會認，哇！做咩？你熄咗
？I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
神奇，完咗係咪啊？係咪完咗啊？係喎，完咗喎。咁你試下去第二個，去第啲門啦，睇下會點嘅。就去紅色道門睇下會點。
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running, running, and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
喂，恐怖喎，咩嚟㗎 ？Oh my god！ 哇，好驚啊！衝入去啊！
What do we want? What are we looking for?
哇，恐怖喎！好驚啊！衝入去前邊啊！睇下咩嚟㗎？
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel...
唔理佢。
No, wait. Where are you going?
走啊！唔想留喺嗰度啊！我咩地方去啊
？Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
reset 都唔緊要啊，要逃離呢個地方啊，唔會再俾佢控制住啊。
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
拜拜。What the fuck？ 唔係喎，跌落街喎，會死喎。佢當我傻啊！你啱冇得落翻嚟。你真要跳落嚟㗎？
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
嚇！真係要死㗎 ！Oh my god！
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
咁我翻嚟先再。
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
係 ，no， 我要翻返去。佢唔講嘢喎，終於。算啦，死咗佢算啦。
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Save 啊 ，save 之後再死啊。佢。可唔可以跳落去？唔得，我唔可以跳落去。算啦，一定要死啊！咁死啊！好 好 sad 咯，我又有咁瞞入嘅添。自殺啦，唔緊要啊！哇！哦，咦，死唔去喎
God, you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
點解我死唔去嘅頭先話
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Stop moving。會點如果企喺度耐嘅話？
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
要跳死啊！
No, what do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
咁啊，咁要跳死咯！好，再見各位。
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
喂，仲未死？
You're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
一開始崩潰又啱啊！即係可以唔使跳死嘅定點喎？定係嗰一 part 一定要跳死嘅？
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
因為我唔知喎，唔知頭先嗰度係點喎。等陣先，仲有冇啲咩可以？我仲有啲咩 miss 咗噶？啊！呢一度可以去下第啲房睇下點，試下去中間間房嗰啲。
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
喂，
Now, tell me.
都係呢一度嘅啫，冇分別噶。有邊啲房可以去啊？
He entered the door on his left.
咩叫總之 restart 8次就得？嗱，咁你就行左邊啦，你想行左邊啊？
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
咁你試下唔上去上面，
Stanley
落
walked
下面啊！
upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just
哇，要
couldn't do
A86
it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
喂，有咩嚟呢度
All
嘅？
because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. he wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my face. And when he thought it was very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that of course this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
喂，冇分別嘅喎，都擘大眼之後都係喺度。
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh? What the fuck?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the fuck? 從頭嚟過又妖。
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
好恐怖！喂，唔係啩？乜嚇我啊 ？What the fuck？ 有人跟住我。 好驚喎！有人話喺我後面跟住我，邊度？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
點解啱啱佢頭先個對話唔同嘅？
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
成日玩到最後一個結局咯，石直行一度睇會點嘅。
Walked straight ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
一樣嘅啫，都我呢度一樣嘅。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
冇啊！如果係咁嘅話，算啦，因為咁嘅咁咪完咗。其實仲有應該仲有幾個結局嘅喺右邊嗰度，不過我下次拍片我要用拍到最後一集，所以我諗住唔玩住啦。好激啊！屌！